Hi guys, my name's Nathan, and today I thought it'd be fun to try something I haven't done in a long time, and get a random loadout for Battlefield 4, and attempt to do well with it. Now the loadout generator I used to use isn't available anymore, so I had to do some console command stuff, and use a random number generator, but this is the loadout I ended up on. It's the Groza-1 with iron sights, a compensator and target detector, alongside a XM25 pistol, the Claymore and Airburst as my gadgets, and flashbang grenades. Now, as soon as I started using the Groza-1, I noticed it was almost impossible to hit anyone at anything other than really close range. The lazy muzzle velocity of 400 meters per second, combined with a .35 aim down sight accuracy, means you really can't afford to get in too many firefights at medium range or longer, because you'll lose 90% of the time to other guns. It's got a pretty nasty amount of recoil on it as well, with a .57 up and .4 to either side, so I thought to myself that close range must be where this gun shines. And sure enough, the Groza-1 does have decent hipfire accuracy, with an OK rounds per minute of 725, alongside a nice high damage model in close quarters. Now, although the maximum damage is 30, and that still means a 4-shot kill, there are often players running around that aren't at full health, so getting that extra little bit of damage is appreciated. It seems to me that the Groza-1 was designed to be one of the better hipfire carbines, but to be honest, I'd much rather go into any hipfire scenario with a PDW, or even an assault rifle like the FAMAS or the AEK. Aside from that, very few of the Battlefield 4 maps are set up solely for close quarters, so if you really want to be an effective force with this gun, you're going to have to be at the top of your game and constantly looking for ways to outthink your opponent. So many times I found myself in scenarios where I'd given myself a slight advantage and I still lost due to some of the poor stats of this gun. And while it's true that I'm no level cap or X factor when it comes to gun control, these were scenarios that I would be expecting to win with almost any other gun. I mean, I was genuinely delighted with this gun if I survived any firefight where the guy was actually firing back at me. I really felt my only real chance in a lot of scenarios was to flank the opponent or desperately try to close the gap. Now, my aim is generally okay, it's not the best in the world by any means, but fuck me, this gun has the ability to make me look like a complete and total noob at times. All of that said, I did still manage to maintain a KD of around 1.5 most of the time. As for the QSZ-92, I felt it performed like almost any other of the 9mm pistols, despite having a slightly uninspiring max damage output of 22. In most situations where I needed this gun, it was a one-shot will do moment anyway. In terms of gadgets, I would rather have had almost anything else. The Airburst can be very powerful in the right hands, but unfortunately for me, my hands are most definitely not the right hands. And while it was nice to get the occasional dirty Claymore kill, I felt I would still rather have ammo or C4. The C4 has a much better killing potential, and the ammo would definitely help the team as well as getting me a lot more points, and making up for all of my missed shots with the Groza. I did actually swap out the Claymore for ammo at one stage, but that was only because Claymores were not allowed on that particular server. As for the flashbangs, yes, they can still be pretty strong, and it was a great moment when I completely accidentally got a kill with one, but I'd still rather have a lethal grenade because I feel like they can help out much more with multiple enemy situations. So overall, this loadout basically sucked. And I suppose that's what you get when you randomise things. The Groza-1 is not a gun I'll be rushing to pick up again anytime soon, unless it gets a significant buff. I think I'll just stick with my trusty L85A2. One small saving grace of this loadout was the target detector, as it is helpful in a few niche scenarios, and has no downsides. One final thing I wanted to mention is that the Hainan Resort TDM map becomes very one-sided if one team completely controls the hotel, as at that stage you just get spawned out in the killing fields over and over again, and I actually gave up on using the Groza for a bit and picked up the M82A3 in order to try and balance things out. So I hope DICE makes some effort to fix that if it's even possible. Anyway guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like underneath the video or even a subscription to the channel to really help me out. And if people like this, I might do more in the future. So anyway, thanks for watching, I've been Nathan, and I'll see you next time.